It's tabletop time.
I'm Jazz. I'm Draw with Jazza.
I'm Shad. I'm Shad.
I'm Amy.
And I'm Mackie. So basically just wanted to let you guys know you can catch us at twitch.tv/tabletoptime. We're also on SoundCloud, which is relatively new. Again, at it's tabletop time, so you can listen to us while you're doing other things. You don't necessarily have to watch our stupid faces. So go check that out.
Face.
And
Everyone loves your face. You're the playboy. We keep getting comments in chat about how hot Mackie is.
apparently. So yeah, come check us out. We stream live on Twitch most Tuesdays at 6:30, 6 o'clock.
AEST.
Yes.
Yeah,
so.
there's info in the description on YouTube and SoundCloud.
KFC.
Anyway.
We're also on Twitter at Tabletop Time, and if you upload any fan art, we can like and retweet, and it's great.
Yep.
Cool.
Fan art.
I like your vote of confidence. And we're using a system called Cogent Roleplay, developed by Shad and I.
Cogent Roleplay, like Jazza said, developed by Jazza and myself. It is a simple to use role-playing system that's flexible, adaptable, and it's available for free at cogentroleplay.com. If you're interested to go check it out, download, free download, it's all there.
Awesome.
It's in alpha, so of course we're still polishing.
Just like testing and stuff, but we like it. So
it works.
We haven't really made too many changes to it for a while.
No, it's been good. I think it's more sort of just nip and tucking and finding the anyways. But yeah, check it out, and we'd love your feedback. So definitely, hopefully, if you play it and enjoy it or see some issues, give us a holler. But jumping straight into our storytelling, we are a trio adventuring party, but mostly there's a leading man in this adventuring party. His name is Sir Alaric. And he is accompanied by his Squire Dale and assistant/cook/housekeeper, but portable house, a horse and just 3 people walking around, Sadie. And we have ventured off to Rockwind, a town that is seeking help, and posted a frantic notice at a notice board. And Sir Alaric knows a little bit about this. He's heard about this someone called the
Ruin Witch.
And we've arrived at Rockwind to see, on a very rainy day, a very small population, kind of scraggy, a bit superstitious seeming. They're very wary of us, sort of avoiding us. And the mayor, who goes by the name of Hoffer, or the Hoff, as we like to call him, has shown us some of the stone bodies of the people who the Stone Witch has transformed when the town has failed to sacrifice a child closest to the age of 10. And the time has arrived for a new sacrifice, and the daughter of Hoffer is next in line. So he and the town are pretty desperate to make some changes, and we, with Sir Alaric, the chief of superstition scholarship in the land, at the helm, are ready to help. And the other thing that happened in the last session was he smashed a rock angrily.
I smashed a rock good.
It wasn't necessarily
It had inscribed 69 on it sideways, so
a ruin
could have been.
That has no reference to numbers at all.
It also happens to look a lot like numbers.
But they're not.
Okay.
And they also slipped on mud and rock.
Oh yeah. But at the end of the chapter, we saw a mysterious-looking figure with a beard and an unstrung bow, and it's probably a Scottish accent of some kind.
Probably. That mysterious figure in cloak, hood up, bow on his side. He approaches you. He's walking down with a purposeful step.
I'll slowly approach him while we're approaching. Just to clarify, is it Ruin Witch, R-U-I-N, or Rune Witch, like R-U-N-E?
R-U-I-N.
Okay.
Ruin Witch.
The Witch of the Ruins, the big thing?
Okay.
Possibly.
I just wanted to confirm that. Alright, so we'll go up to this strange figure and approach him.
Oh, strangers. What brings you to Rockwind?
We're here to deal with the you-know-who for the you-know-what. But people don't like to talk about it. So, shh. Isn't that right, me lord?
Sure is. Dale.
I'm like proud of myself, following the rules.
I'll give him a big pat, big pat on the back and nearly knock him over. Yeah.
A witch? You're here to deal with the witch.
You said that, not us.
The witch.
How'd you... Why?
Why not?
We're adventurers. That's how you get a reputation and find
You'll
riches
die.
and gold and... Well, that could happen too, but...
Leave
So-
now.
That's a very pessimistic view.
Leave now. And leave the witch alone, or you'll die.
What about the girl? She'll die if we don't do anything. Or
One
something.
life is better than the whole village.
You have no confidence in us at all. What are you so afraid of?
Sounds like he hasn't heard of Sir Alaric Firebrand. I'm not knowingly.
Should I have?
Oh, yeah. If there's anybody who's equipped to deal with witches and superstitious sorts, it's him. And his valiant companions.
You look
Ain't that
so
right?
new.
It is right.
So you won't be turning back then.
Good luck.
And you're honestly here to help.
Sure am.
I'm sort of like
Yeah.
wandering in my mind to a banquet and licking my lips, but shaking my head.
He holds out a hand to you. My name's Garam.
Are there any scars or anything on his hand?
His hands are calloused, well worked.
Okay. I'll lean out and grab his hand and like, you know, this sort of shake. I do that and shake it real strong.
I'm the huntsman, the Lord Portier, Count of the county. So I'm actually not a local, as you'd say.
What are you
But
doing
the
in
best
these
game
parts?
can be found here, and so this is where I hunt.
What sort of game?
Deer,
Aye.
venison.
Hmm.
So I serve the Count, and I know these parts well. And if you're here to help, well then I'll help you.
Why haven't you helped in the past?
Can't do much on my own. But if you're as good as this tyke says you are,
Aye. There is no better, sir.
well then that might just be hope for us all.
Is there anyone else that would be willing to lend a hand? And is there anything you can tell us more about
Unlikely.
these stories?
These ones are as skittish as they come. They go, work the quarry, work their fields, go back, and that's their life.
What's the name? I'm thinking of the mob, but what's another word for saying like his mob, like his crew? Because I'm assuming if he works for this guy, he must have like a battalion or something that
Alright,
he hangs
it
around
is
with.
the huntsman,
So
basically.
he just hunts by himself.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it is actually a very important position and role he has,
Mm-hmm.
and so, and he would have very specific skills in tracking and bowmanship, skinning and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so when the Lord doesn't feel like going on a hunt himself, but he wants his venison and stuff, this is the guy he sends out.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask the guy. What's his name?
Garam.
Garam.
I should probably write that down too. You should probably write that down too, Amy.
All right. So Garam, what can you tell me about this ruin which nobody seems to want to talk to about her?
She's real, for one.
Have you seen her?
No.
Has anyone ever seen her?
Aye.
Surely there are stories or folklore that talk about her origin or why she's mad or that sort.
I'm
Say-
pulling out a book and I'm like scribing.
Say
down.
she's lived in that castle there for hundreds of years. But it was only 100 years ago where she demanded the girls. No one knows why, but that's where it started.
My question is, who would move to this town?
People who want food, shelter, protection from a baron. They swear fealty without knowing what's really here. And once they're here, they're stuck.
Aye.
So what does she
Wait,
look like?
they can't leave. They can't leave. That was bad. They can't leave this town. Accent mistakes.
Your family weren't in fealty to any lord at all?
Ah. Sorry, I'm not that brushed up on politics and all that.
Mm.
Anyway, how can you help us, sir?
I know the land, point you in the right direction. tracking.
I'm gonna try and get like a full profile from this guy on what the witch looks like, what she's done, where
No one
she's been
knows
seen.
what she looks like.
But you said somebody had seen her.
Oh yeah, but it changes. They say sometimes she appears as an old woman who can barely walk. Warts, pointy nose, cackling voice. Other times they say she appears as the most beautiful woman you'd ever see. Curves and voluptuous, and she'll seduce a man just by looking at them.
Aye.
Has she ever appeared as?
I mean,
a man?
aye.
No. It's always a woman, but no one knows what she looks like.
Well, perhaps we should gather ourselves before we head in to the... night be upon us, and,
Sir
things don't
Alaric,
always turn out good.
that actually goes in line with other rumours and stuff that you've heard of witches in the past. When witches have come up and, people try to describe it, the physical descriptions of witches are always shaky and change. Like somehow their appearance alters and stuff. And so it's not the first time you've heard something like that.
Would I know of... So, when witches are changing and stuff, is there any... Because I've dispatched a few by this point. Is there...
Have you?
Well, I've at least killed one.
Okay.
Sorceress.
Well, when you killed her, everyone thought she was a witch, but you've since learned that she was using a different type of magic.
So he's read up on this, that we're approaching this sort of magic, the yellow magic, but he's never encountered it.
Yeah, I'm saying you probably haven't come across...
Witches specifically?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a bit different. Okay. So I don't know of any markings or telltales to see if it's a witch.
Because remember, supernatural things are actually quite rare enough, but if you go searching for it, you will eventually find it. But still, most people, will not come across any supernatural things, and if they do, it'll only be one thing in their life, maybe a goblin that was lurking somewhere, or, anything, any number of things, yeah.
Alright, so we don't know much about this witch then.
I will say that you might have killed a monster of some kind. Maybe a goblin, troll.
How am I so educated in supernatural things if I've only seen like 2 things?
Rumours. There are stories of things all over the place. Most of the people are uneducated, and books are more rare than they are common in this world. But stories and tales and folklore.
So I'm a little bit
everywhere.
earlier on in my career of
that's exactly what I was kind of picturing.
But I
you
assume-
have collected a lot of information.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Your points are in scholar, so you're really well read, essentially. So you must know all of the folklore, all of the tales and songs, and even spoken to all of the people available who
have encountered it. Yeah.
And people always remember colour as well, and that's something you've kind of keyed on. Like when people mention that there's a witch somewhere, you go, okay, was there a colour glowing from her? That's one of the first questions you would ask, because that identifies to you what type of magic is actually being used.
Okay.
And
that's not a commonly known thing.
No, it's not. But the glow of yellow has some very interesting things, and you have already associated with people being turned into stones, people changing appearances, people getting turned into toads, and people disappearing with something else in place where they were standing and stuff like that. That is all associated with the colour yellow.
So potentially I could have killed somebody when I broke that rock.
You don't know.
Okay. That's cool. Whatever. Shit happens.
So all the rumours that are associated with the colour yellow, that's it there.
Well, it didn't glow yellow, so not my problem. Alright. Let's rest up for the night, get the party ready to head out in the morning.
You go and you wait under the shelter, and eventually the mayor does come out with some trays of bread and some stew that has been prepared. And some of the other villagers come. It's more of a communal thing, actually, at the dinner time. They all come and food is being, dished out and shared among you all.
How free-for-all is the food set up?
1 bowl, 1 crust of bread.
Mine's gone pretty quick.
Yeah.
And I walk up to the mayor and awkwardly say, please, sir, I'd like some more.
Is it Oliver's Twist where that's in?
Yeah.
There's no more bread left. My accent changed again.
No, that fit.
Not really. Yeah. But I can give you some more stew. Hand it to you.
Thank you, sir.
Don't
I'll
have
go
much,
away.
but we'll care for you.
Oh, do you mind if I take some back to me, Lord and Lady?
They haven't finished theirs.
Oh, they asked for me to... I'm assuming this is deception.
Yeah, that is most certainly.
All right, 1, 2, 3. 3. All right, challenge level.
Um,
Oh, it's against his perception.
yeah, will be.
Crap.
Hoffer kind of turns to Garum and is like, don't suppose you could spare any meat for us, Garum? Garum looks back and says, not unless you want to be strung up by the Count. Like, you always say that. Hoffer says back,
1. Beat that. Beat that, Hoff. I'm like sort of shifting
You just
awkwardly
got-
in place and...
go sit down, lad, eat your food.
Hey.
Now I'm going full Scottish. You guys are going Scottish already.
boy! I go down and eat my second bowl of stew with like a really sad, pouty face.
Now, Shad,
Yes.
would I treat Dale like a piece of crap most of the time because he's a squire? Because from
It honestly depends, because your upbringings were nowhere near as,
they weren't a
fine.
normal knight's upbringing.
nowhere near as fine as most knights and noblemen and stuff. So you might relate to this guy a bit more than, the average knight and stuff. So you choose how your character would.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out some coins from my pocket and then just flick them to, what's the mayor's name again?
Hoffer?
Hoffer.
I'm just going to the currency system. I know, it's in points, but I actually do have every specific coinage named and rated.
Oh my god.
It's a big, this is my setting, right?
So I'll flick him a Benjamin.
And make it rain.
Making it rain
So-
coins would be painful.
Ow!
A farthing, which is a copper piece, is the equivalent to our dollar.
Mhm.
Okay, you can buy about as much. A mark, which is a silver piece, that's worth 10 farthings. So I'm not sure how generous you're being. A crown, which is a gold piece, is worth 100 farthings or 10
It
marks.
depends how rich, like in terms of my wealthiness.
We didn't actually set that, did we?
You have 3 commerce points, but do you have more than that, or...?
No, I'm thinking 3. He's not a wealthy knight by any means.
Aren't you 3 as well?
I'm
No, it's
2,
2.
which is commoner.
You'd be 2 as well.
Wouldn't he be 3 or 4? 4 is well off / higher income. It's not like...
Yeah, you might...
5 is wealthy, successive merchant, so I would
You
think
might just
4.
reach a 4.
So,
yeah.
whack on
Because I
another.
could maybe write books and stuff.
And Amy's a 2, is she? You haven't put any destiny points. Oh, but you need to be able to
Yeah.
erase
So-
them, so put in a
Oh,
pencil.
yeah.
You would have, couple of crowns, more marks, and the farthings are more just, change stuff.
So I'd flick 2 farthings.
Mhm.
So equivalent of 20...
2 farthings is $2.
No, 2 marks. Sorry.
Uh,
Equivalent of 20 farthings.
Now, that is a lot. I probably didn't do the ratio right, buying as much as our $1. For instance, a standard meal...
Let's get to the point of what
A
you're trying to say.
standard-
We
Shut up!
don't need to go
A standard
to
meal is 1 mark, okay?
What is
Alright,
he
so I'll
actually
give him
trying to
enough
do?
Okay, so I'll give him a mark then. If that's equivalent.
Yeah.
Does that solve this problem and get more
Shut
food?
up, Lloyd!
I'm sorry.
There's detail and
That
well
was really detailed. That was like that we.
Do you see all this? This is a list of the equivalent
I'm very impressed with
purchasing
your lists
stuff right here.
and yep, it's very impressive.
My world setting document is, like
That's good.
21,000 words.
Now, sir,
Just don't read all of them in stream and on video.
is that enough to buy him extra food?
When Hoffer takes, he's like, no. We'll take care of your food and your shelter. You keep this.
I'll say I insist. I'll take back a mark and give him 5 farthings. And
No.
Are you doing?
you-
do I know you're doing this to buy
He
Dale
insists
food?
and kind of shoves it back again. He's like, if you can save us from the witch, you'll pay for nothing in here for as long as I live.
okay, and I'll turn to Dale and just say, just eat as much as you need, but just remember, you don't want these people starving.
Okay,
We're trying to save
So,
them.
as riveting as food is, skipping over. The meal's done. You had a fun time.
Well said.
Yeah.
Continue.
After the meal is done.
That was a really good food roleplay, guys.
What's his name? Garum.
Yeah.
He's like, Sir Knight, should just come over here for a second.
Okay.
He pulls you aside and like, none of the villagers will tell you this, so I'm going to tell you. And you'll be careful.
Mm.
I'll tell you the witch's name. They say if you speak it out loud 3 times, she'll appear to you. So you be careful with it now.
You say this to him by himself.
Mm.
Yeah.
Her name is Alundra.
Alundra.
I feel like I should have bought a pencil. Or
Okay.
else playing swapsies.
That's fine.
Mm.
And I'll kind of just pat him on the shoulder. And then I'm going to take off my long coat, you know, my white long coat that's been covered in mud, and just lay it in front of the fire so it dries.
Okay, so as you guys are warmed by the fire, some time passes. Garum, he kind of disappears to wherever or whatnot. People kind of move aside. A woman approaches you. She's like, "Hey, Mildred, I'm gonna lose how to do this accent within 3 seconds.
Just keep-
but I'm just
yeah.
gonna go with it.
Power
Yeah.
through it.
Hey, Mildred, you'll be sleeping with me in that house over there.
With you?
Whoa. Slow down,
How
Mildred.
forward?
Well, you've got to say they're
Really?
very hospitable in this town.
Do you say that?
That's very accommodating of you. I'm sorry.
To be perfectly realistic.
No, we don't respond with that. But go on.
No, in the medieval time, amongst serfs, they actually all slept in the same bed.
Oh.
Well, I'm not going that far. You'll have your own beds. It'll be in the loft. It'll be where my sons used to sleep.
That will suffice nicely.
Come over when you're tired.
Sorry for your loss, man.
What loss?
Oh, they're not stone.
No. No!
Oh,
Thank the Lord.
sorry. I just assume now at this point when somebody talks about someone who used to be here that they're dead in stone.
Oh no, my sons work the quarry.
Okay. They
3 of them are married. 2 are looking to be married. What's your name, lass?
Sadie.
Sadie. I'll have to introduce you to 2 of my sons.
Ah, that will be nice.
What is, just sort of out of character, what is Sadie's thoughts and position on getting married? Does she want to settle down and all that stuff, or is she more the free spirit, doesn't want to be tied down?
I think as far as my skill set goes, I don't really want to be developing a relationship with someone I can't trust.
You do have daggers, so...
So anyway, Mildred kind of hobbles off. She's a very heavy-set woman.
Okay.
It's starting to get much darker now as the sun sets.
Okay.
You hear a, excuse me,
I turn. Who is it?
you see a young woman standing off kind of in the shadows on the verge of the firelight in the darkness. You'll probably pick her at maybe 18, 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She has very fair blonde hair. Roll perceptions.
She's the witch.
She could be.
I'm just cluing into the fact that every woman we meet could be the witch. 1, 2. What's the challenge level? I imagine it's higher than 2.
Yeah, what's the challenge level?
Oh, yeah,
1,
that
2,
too.
3.
4,
1, 2,
5.
3, 4, 5.
Whoa, nice. Once I got official.
1.
Art of Nim's like, she's the witch, kill her now!
Okay, so what you notice, anyone who got over a 2, she's wearing a very clean white dress with a darker kind of riding cloak over top. She steps up, a bit more hesitantly says, "You've come to fight the witch?"
Can I just look directly in her eyes and mention the name Alundra? And so just go, Alundra?
She goes, "You shouldn't say that name out loud."
Is there anything curious about the way she reacted?
Roll perception.
Can you... That's 2, but can he assist with his...
Supernaturalness.
Yeah.
Challenge level... Challenge level what?
For the assist, 4 for this one.
So this is the assist. So I previously got 2.
Yep, and then
So
whatever's
anything above
on top
3.
of 4.
Art of Nim keeps
1, 2,
saying...
3, 4. So no assist points.
Art of Nim keeps saying with
I
every
get
woman
1.
that comes in, she's the witch killer now! She's the witch!
That was +1, but it's still not enough.
The witch cannot take on male forms, asks Phil Brush. That's the
As far as we're aware.
question. Well, yeah, as far as all the stories we know and all that.
Okay.
As far as you knew, she steps forward. She has like a satchel at her side, and she pulls out. She takes out 3 kind of glass bottles with cork stoppers on the end, with a strange blue liquid in, and she hands them to you.
What's this?
That's a very witchy sort of thing to do.
If the witch casts a spell on you, this will reverse it.
What is it?
Well, that's a trust exercise and a half.
Potions.
It's called Oceans.
Potions.
Oh, potions. I was going to say that's an interesting name for a potion. Potions. Okay.
She's holding them out to you.
I'm gonna pop off a cork and like just hold it in front of her nose and just.
She's like, don't waste it. I've no idea what I went through to bring them here.
Do I have to drink it, or what's the deal?
If you have been changed or been affected by some spell that the witch has done, drink it and it will turn you. Or pour it on the thing that has been cursed and it will reverse the spell.
Okay.
There's a way we can test this, you know.
What? Pour it on the rock.
Oh, yeah.
Can we do that?
What do you ask her?
No.
No. I'm
You
gonna.
can do whatever you want. She, after you take the potion, she turns and starts to walk away.
I'm gonna go drip a couple of drops on the rock. That
Okay.
No. Was I present in all of this?
I'm assuming you're watching.
Yeah. Don't go pouring blue potions on rocks without talking to your companions. That could be bad. You're gonna pour it on the 69 rock that you smashed?
Yeah.
What a fucking waste! Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not
You're
gonna
gonna
pour
pour it
all
on
of it.
like a person and bring them back to life. You're gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh yay, the smashed rock is now an alive smashed rock.
But as she leaves, she goes, my name is Egwene. I'll help you as best I can. And she turns and starts to run away.
It's a runaway? Like,
No, just like kind of with a quick step.
What about these statues?
Just walking away.
I'll yell out to her in the distance. Does it work on the
Oh
statues?
dude!
What?
What is wrong with you?
What?
We can figure this out on our own without giving out our bloody plans.
You were just telling me that I couldn't put it on a rock to test.
Not on a broken, shitty rock. You could
Okay.
talk with us. Don't be like, hey, person who's potentially the witch, giving us this thing, can we test this out on one of the cursed people? And use that in a strategic way.
She walks to the nearest building and goes around the corner.
Okay, just to clarify, he didn't say anything out loud, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We're
So,
flipping around.
Jesus, dude, slow down.
So you've let this girl, Egwene, just leave?
Yeah. If she wants to leave, I'm not
I
gonna
walk
stop
up to Sir Alaric and say, hey, what was that all about?
Apparently these potions cure the witch's powers.
We should try one of those on those rock people.
It's probably not such a bad idea.
Let's go.
Alright, let's proceed to do that.
Okay, so you walk to the rock people.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I would like to suggest. Can we chaos roll to see if, or use a perception or whatever you would prefer, Sir Narrator, to find a very combat-ready looking person, someone who looks sturdy and strong.
You can roll perception.
Where'd it go?
Ugh, who knows?
Actually, I'll
it's
first
under my
chaos
chair.
to see if there's even one
Yeah,
by
I'll get it.
circumstance who is there like that. So,
Yay!
alrighty.
That was an 18.
Yeah.
All right, perception.
Well, it's not hard to, see.
I sort of say that too.
There's a person who has a sword at his side and is wearing mail and looks to be a soldier.
Is he like surprised or in like a
Yeah, he's
stance?
kind of got a look on him.
I suggest we put it on that person.
Roll
thinking
perception.
maybe if it... What's the challenge level?
Yeah, about 3.
4,
Success.
5.
Success.
We all notice.
Yeah.
The sword that he's got on his side is of an older design that is less common these days.
Mm-hmm.
How old potentially?
Your grandfather might have used a sword like that.
So like 60 plus years ago.
Mm.
Do you want to trade on that person?
Well, won't the townspeople know that a statue is missing?
Well, I don't know how morbid these people are that they want to be reminded every day of everybody that's ever died from this bloody witch who's haunting them.
I suppose.
They might not notice a missing rock person. And if it's an older one, which he looks to be, might be able to give us a little information from... I mean, if this works, it probably won't.
Mackie, I'm going to let you do a knowledge of our arcane stuffy stuff thing roll.
That's a technical
It's
sounding
being
roll.
technical.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could very help you out. I'm
Challenge.
thinking challenge level 4, which would be... Yeah, it's difficult. This one's...
What's my chances with 7 dice?
Oh, challenge level 4 with 7 dice is 50%. You have a 50-50 chance of succeeding or failing. 1, 2, 3, 4! 5! Success.
Ooh.
50%
You kind
the
of,
time, most every time.
remember a story,
Mm-hmm.
one of these folk tales that you've heard many, many times ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the story gave an account of when a witch turned the man that she was in love with into a toad for spurning her affections.
Mm-hmm.
And they tried to undergo, the man's friends and father, they tried to undergo a quest to try and reverse the spell.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the old sages in the tale knew and told the people in it that you had to do it within a week's time from the spell being cast, otherwise you would never be able to turn the boy back from being turned into a toad.
Okay, so you can't do it to stone either, I would imagine. Stone seems more permanent than a toad.
So take from that what you will.
So the
You remember
great
an old
big
tale.
narrator's wall and railroad tracks appear. I'm just kidding.
It's called world building.
I
and
understand. I'm
laws
joking.
of
It was a
magic.
joke. It was a joke. You don't need to be so salty.
Alright. Well, on second thoughts, this probably isn't going to work. Oh well, time to go to bed then. I
Okay,
think.
Did you even say anything?
Yeah.
You like remember this? We're like standing there like ready to pour some blue liquid on a rock and see if it comes to life. And we're like getting psyched up and you're like, well, this probably isn't going to work. And you walk away.
Yeah, pretty much.
I turned to Sadie and I'm like, we're serving a random bloke. I shrug and follow him.
Well, I'm like a relatively old dude for this era.
How old are you?
33, that's pretty old for back then.
Yeah.
They're getting on in years.
Middle-aged. In the Middle Ages.
Most people live to like maximum like the 50s and
60s is considered very, very old. But if you keep in good health and you've been fed well and stuff, you'll reach 70s and 80s at the max. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so you turn in for the night.
Yep.
say some prayers.
Yeah, say a prayer.
That's tradition. And the prayer is called the Lord's Prayer. It is not the same Lord's Prayer as we know as the Lord's Prayer, but in the setting that's what it's called. Otherwise, you'll be struck down by the Black Death.
Our Dungeon Master who art in heaven.
Do you want me to look
Hallowed
up
be
the
thy
specific
name.
prayer? I haven't written
Please
down in
don't
the
kill
book.
us. We'll be real good.
Do you want me to look up the prayer?
No,
I
it's
will-
fine. No, don't look. Come on, let's keep playing.
and it's-
So
I
we
can tell it's
we
pretty
go
word
to
for
sleep for
word.
the night, and I'm hoping and assuming we wake up. Do we chaos roll for that, or
No, you wake up.
Okay.
You're like,
yes?
with, you know,
Yeah, doing well.
roosters, crowing, cock-a-doodling.
That's my sound effect. So
Mhm.
I'll
Cool.
stop.
We haven't got our sound effect thing.
No,
So,
I think Rob's working on it now.
what is your plan at the moment? You have to kill or stop an evil witch-ish person.
Gonna
You
gather.
should knock on her door.
I was gonna say just go to the place.
Yeah, I was gonna go grab Garum and say to Hoffa we're off.
I stable the horses. I pack as much as I think would be used, things like ropes and flint and steel and grapples and whatever I think might be needed.
Garam is waiting for you outside of the house you're sleeping in. He's like, so where are you headed now?
Out to the ruin.
You're going right up to the ruin, eh?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
May as well jump right in the action.
If no one's done that so far, that might be the reason no one's been able to fix your problem. A little bit like trying to fix a broken door by looking at a window. Not to be rude, sir.
I'll go with you, but stay around 300 feet behind you.
Have you got an arrow?
Aye.
Bow and arrow. Oh, ha, that would explain the unstrung bow. Sorry, not paying attention.
He pulls aside his cloak and his quiver is hanging at his side.
We should have a marksmanship competition after all this blows over.
Aye, maybe.
I'm pretty good with the sling, you know.
Do you use bowlers at all?
Nah. Oh, I might have. Do I?
What?
Bowlers, you know, the things
You know,
like
to trip people up and stuff?
Yeah.
He comes up, puts a hand around your shoulder, and is, I think that'd be a grand idea. A window.
Oh, you try me, sir. You try me. All right, who's ready? Who's ready to go fight Witchy Poo? I don't say Witchy Poo.
4.
Roll perception. Actually, it's 5.
Oh,
Jazza, roll perception.
I've got it.
Challenge level.
I swear it
Five.
rolled this way. It must have bounced off the
Yeah, I
challenge.
think you hit
Oh,
the
fail.
side.
Okay.
I notice nothing.
You know, there's nothing.
Okay.
You go.
Is it? Oh, what's the challenge level?
Oh, for you guys?
Are we
like
rolling?
6, if you're going to try and see what I was letting Jazza try and see.
I've got no chance.
I'm
I
gonna
can't.
try anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, nearly.
No luck.
Okay, so Jazza didn't notice either.
Nope.
It's unfortunate. How far back is this guy at the moment?
Remember this roll.
Shit. Here's the witch.
No, well, yeah. Already I was gonna tap you on the shoulder. I don't know. I'm assuming we have some sort of signal to keep each other alert. That's
Yeah. All right. So you give me a signal to be alert about something,
about yeah.
and I sort of am assuming that he's referencing the person I just spoke to.
So you guys are leaving the village?
Yeah, we're heading straight to the ruin.
Okay.
4.
4. Mackie, roll perception.
Supernatural or just normal?
Normal perception.
4. 3.
3.
3. Yep. Do you guys want to roll perception to see?
Yes.
It's like 6 for you, both of you.
Yeah. No, I'll skip it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's always 5.
If you use a destiny point, it's
Yeah.
probably a waste at this point, though.
I'll save it.
So as you're leaving the village, Garen is like, those are some fine daggers you've got there, lass.
Oh, I suppose.
Are they well made? Do you keep them sharp?
I try.
Well, let me see. Yeah. It's a bit dull. You see, as a hunter, you need to keep your knives sharp enough to shave with. Takes out his thing and he starts to do a thing.
He takes out his thing and starts to
Do a thing. See what that's
Sharpening
supposed to
stone.
do? Sharpening stone and starts
to
to
sharpen
sharpen
her knife. Okay, we're clear. Go on.
To get it even sharper. Use leather sharpening. You've cut through bone and a few strikes within it like that. Well, I've nicked the handle though, I apologise. Maybe some extra leather wrapping will help you fix it up, but it's sharper now.
Thank you.
So as you're walking out of the village now?
Is there anything specific?
Why am I so edgy about this guy now?
Yeah. Why did he nick the handle? Because that seemed intentional.
Here's the witch. He's the fucking witch! I
Yeah.
know it!
You guys are like, no,
Sneaky bastard.
Do I notice
Nicking
the
handles.
nick in the handle?
Roll perception.
2.
Fail. Alright, nothing like the present.
All
Off we
right,
go.
so it's very craggy ground as you're making your way to the ruined castle, in the distance. So it's slow going, but as you're walking, Garum, is that his name, Garum?
Yeah, go.
He's getting further and further behind as you're moving ahead. He seems a bit on edge, and trusting,
Okay.
but eventually gets to the point where he's out of sight. Can't even see him.
He actually disappears, or we notice him gradually?
Well, have you been keeping a close eye on him?
Yeah, he
Okay.
seems shady as fuck.
It does.
All right.
I do sort of ask, I'm like, Sadie, do you want to pass that dagger to Sir Alaric?
Roll perception.
See if he can notice, see if that fella's done anything weird.
2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And are you guys watching him?
Yeah.
Roll perception.
We look shady as fuck. Looking
1,
behind us
2,
the whole time.
3.
3.
What's the challenge level for this?
This one is 3.
Success.
What did you get? 3?
3.
Okay. And so you're keeping a close eye on him.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. The next time you turn back from when you last checked on him, he's not there at all.
So it's like
Alright.
he evaporated.
What's
Even-
going on?
I have a bad feeling about that guy. He just disappeared. And he did something to your dagger.
Can you have a
Roll
look at
perception.
Okay. Okay. It's a perception party.
this? 4.
4.
What's the challenge level?
4.
Alright, I'll just leave it to...
Yeah. There's a rock there that wasn't there before. And it's very close to where Garum was standing originally.
Motherfucker.
He's been magic.
There's a rock.
Maybe we should backtrack just a little bit and have a look at that.
So you do that.
Yeah.
As you go to the rock, you see a symbol etched on it.
I knew
I
it.
start nudging Alaric and
Same
I'm like...
one. Yeah, so I'll pour some potion on it.
Smash it.
Does nothing. Are you pouring the potion on it?
Yeah, only a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
Is there anything different at all about this that I noticed in comparison to the first one?
Looks like a normal rock.
How close are we to the...
Nothing happens when he pours the thing on the thing?
How close are we to the ruins?
The ruins? I'd say you maybe still a kilometre off.
Okay.
I bet it's some sort of transporting thing. I guess I think everyone's the witch at
Substitution
the
or
moment.
something. Let's just keep heading towards the ruin. We're not going to get anything from staring at rocks.
You could smash it. Then again, that didn't work last time, did it, me lord?
Didn't appear to know.
You eventually make it to the ruin. And so there's an old crumbling wall around this keep and an old gatehouse that's totally demolished. You have to just kind of walk over a whole heap of rocks. Okay. But as you crest up above on the rocks where you can actually see inside the bailey, you see kind of, real overgrown grass, but hasn't grown too much or anything because there's not much sun that gets sitting over the walls and stuff. But you see a field of rocks, all spaced kind of evenly from one another.
They all have symbols?
Yep.
Are they all the same size or anything?
They're different sizes, but they all vary, around that big.
All the same symbol?
Hmm?
Do they all have the same symbol?
Yeah. And in the distance, right in front of the door to the keep, there is a man standing there, clad, head to toe, full plate armour, but the armour is rusted all over. But it's the type of oxidization that happens just on the surface layer, so it's old, but it still looks very strong. And is standing there with a huge two-handed sword, and is like still as death. Not
Okay.
moving. And it is kind of just like this.
And there's no, from what I can tell, there's no yellow magic or anything around.
You don't know.
Well, can I look specifically at that particular night?
Yeah.
I load a stone into my sling slowly.
I grab a dagger. Just holding it.
Alright, let's look for some yellow magic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Was that just perception?
That's just my supernatural stuff.
Try and assist with perception, see if... Oh, you don't have points in perception.
No.
Okay, never mind.
I got a 5.
You got a 5?
Mm.
Okay, so you're just looking at him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looks still as death. It's completely overshadowed by, his full, the visor over his face. So you can't
And I
see
don't seem to see any yellow magic of any kind.
No.
Okay.
I start swinging my sling and I say, you want to start a conversation before I try this?
Go for it. What's the worst that could happen?
Piff a slingshot
Okay, here's
with a feeling of satisfaction.
good 30 meters
I'm
away.
describing my shot.
Okay.
With a feeling of satisfaction flowing through my body as it's been a few days since I last shot the sling and the muscle memory triggers and it's rock flies. There you go, that was fun. Go on.
He's a good 30 metres away. That's how kind of long the bailey is
Yep.
before you reach the keep.
So how do I do
So
this?
did you throw a rock at him?
I sling a
Yeah.
rock, yeah.
Okay.
Going for the temple through the hole.
All right, that's a mighty big shot you're going for there. All right, so stationary target, 20 metres away.
Let's look it up in the core rulebook, available at cogentroleplay.com for free.
Stationary. Challenge level 4 to hit him.
Challenge level 4. What's my roll consist of? 3 base plus 2 for slingshot proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 2 for reflex.
Yep. And then sling,
Aim
I would say +1, just for the type of weapon it is.
Yep.
Yep.
That's my roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, challenge level what?
4.
2. Oh, I never miss. I obviously do miss. I got 2.
Do you miss your target or miss him completely?
It's too far away
don't
for
know.
a sling, so it mainly just kind of bounces 10 metres before even getting...
I pick
to
up
him.
another rock. I start swinging. Do another shot?
Yeah, but you can't reach the distance, you've kind of figured it. Unless you roll high enough.
Yep.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
Second shot hits.
Goes ding off his armour.
Any reaction?
Still as death.
So he's going to be like a ghost knight, probably, type deal. Pirates of the Caribbean in school.
Something tells me this isn't a warm welcome.
Can I pick up one of these rocks and just take a look at it? Is there anything? Is there any other
Hang on,
edging?
one of the rocks in the bailey.
Yeah.
So you're walking down the stone gatehouse.
Is there
And you're-
any of those stones around me?
No, you need to actually step on the grass.
Except
of
for
the
the
bailey
guy
to
who was
get
following
to-
us. That was on
Was
the
he
road.
on grass too?
What?
The guy who was following us. I'm going to step on the stepping stones, like they're stepping stones.
They're like, a good 5 metres from the border of the wall and stuff.
I feel like it's keep off the grass. The floor is lava. Can we make a path out of the rocks made from the bailey? I don't know why. I just
I
feel
bet
like
you
the
it's just a suit of armour where you can just walk through the front door.
What are you guys doing? You need to enter the bailey if you're going to grab one of these stones.
While he does that, I'm cautiously walking towards the night dude.
Okay, so you walk down the stone kind of gatehouse has been crumbling onto the bailey and then towards him.
Yeah, well, because
Okay. As soon as your foot touches the grass, like an instant, the knight just goes and is running towards you with his sword.
I'm like, ah! And I'm like running in the other direction.
And we are out of time.
Oh my god!
Are we actually?
It's up to Jazza.
It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, we're sort of out of time. Cliffhanger!
That's a real kick in the balls for it.
Wow.
You could try and fight him. Like,
Yeah, that could take potentially way too long. But at least we have an exciting place to start off next week in the next episode of Tabletop Time.
alrighty, well there you go. Sorry we have to do it.
Thanks for
I
joining.
can't control the time. Jazz has been hitting me, saying, we're out of time.
Stop saying I'm doing that. It's supposed to be a secret communication system so we can make things
Sorry,
happen.
guys.
Seems seamless.
We won't mention that again. But, hey, next week, we know what's going to be happening.
Thanks for joining, everyone.
See you guys.
Bye.
Yeah.